Tim, always good to have you on here.
Craig, thanks.
Also, repeat offender now. Jason Gordon, our mortgage banking expert as well. And I know the two of you work hand in hand, not just on finding that home, but financing it, right? You have the tough job, right? You get yelled at all the day and you have all the paperwork. You got to find the money. You get the fun part. You got to find the house.
All the work and no glory is what it is, actually.
Yeah, so Tim, housing bright spots. There's actually, to me, that felt like kind of a negative story from CNBC. I don't know. What do you think? What's going on? What do you think with all the clients you're working with?
Well, new homes, I don't really see a downturn right now in our marketplace. So up in Del Sur right now, which is one of our prime areas in the North County, Standard Pacific and Brookfield are building several different projects. We're not seeing any decline. I've actually tried to make a few offers with the builder to see if I could trim a little fat or get a little bit more in incentive money. And they have enough of a pipeline right now and interest, especially with that interest rate drop that we heard and talked about earlier in the show, that's really fueling that market right now. So we're pretty healthy right now. Not a huge increase house to house, but certainly no pullback that I'm seeing right now.
I think it's interesting always watching the builders.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I'm so glad have never been in the building business. You know, I have some background in mortgage banking and real estate, but the builder industry, I mean, it would be tough, right? Having to be ahead of the market and know how to bail on the market. And after seeing what happened, 6 years ago, it'd be tough. But if they're not trimming off the price on these new homes, I think that's a statement in itself.
Yeah, at least they got it figured out in this marketplace. In the old marketplace, they used to build the whole project and then have standing inventory, and therein lied the problem.
Well, there's an article from the Union Tribune that I saw recently about foreclosures, which this is a good article here. It shows that they're down, right?
Yeah.
And so a foreclosure, I mean, for lack of time to really explain it, it's people getting uprooted out of their house because they're not making their mortgage payment. I mean, there's a lot more to the story, and if you're ever on the verge of that, please reach out to us, get some advice. I mean, Tim can help you directly, ScogglinRealEstate.com. Short selling is a great option, but foreclosures are down. That's a good thing.
That's definitely a good thing. I mean, I think we've done maybe 3 short sales all year, where last year I was in the 30, 35 trade range of our total. But and we're not seeing very many foreclosures. They're just not hitting the market. So
and even if you're short selling, to me that's a financial solution. I want to make sure we don't put those two together, because a short sale is a great option. It's the only investment that you didn't have to put all the money in and you can get out of without much liability. Again, more information.
Yep.
Visit Tim. So you were mentioning how on the real estate side, interest rates are motivating people. Jason, you're the one who actually is looking at interest rates. They move quite a bit. Anytime you see rates in the 3s, I know you can't quote rates because of disclosures and APRs and all that stuff, but they're good, right?
They're fantastic, absolutely.
Yeah. So are you getting another wave of refis?
We've definitely seen some refis tick up. I think another 1/8 of a point to 1/4 point drop, and we'll see a lot more. We're very close, though.
How about getting out of mortgage insurance? You have property values have gone up, getting out of mortgage insurance, lowering the rate. You seen a little bit of that?
Yes, a lot of FHA clients are now going into conventional loans. They're leveraging their equity appreciation and getting rid of PMI, which PMI for FHA loans is pretty steep, 135 basis points.
You got to have mortgage insurance because it allows you not to put 20% down. People hate it. It's like, well, then go put 20% down. Well, I want my money. So it's a lesser of two evils. But the beautiful thing is, if you didn't put all that money down in the past, the value's going up. You've got a great opportunity now to refinance it out. Let's flip to the buying side of it. So you help people finance real estate, right?
That's
correct.
So
Tim's going to help them find their dream home, whether it's first-time home buyer or move-up buyer. You're going to help them finance it. One of the things that I know to this day is still an issue here in San Diego are offers being made where it gets accepted and then the deal in financing falls through. First, Tim, do you see that? You represent a lot of listings.
Yeah, we see it, and as best you can check it out from a listing broker side, it still happens. So, trying to get aligned with somebody that has a product or a niche that's able to solidify that transaction more certainly gives you more of a leg up with buyers and helping in multiple situations where sellers have more than one offer on the table.
So you guys have a program now. It's pretty unique to the marketplace regarding making an offer and putting money where your mouth is, right?
Correct, yes.
All right, explain it.
In short, we have buyers now who are actually getting pre-approved before they look for a home. What a concept, right? Actually knowing how much you can afford before you go out there and look at homes. We can always find homes that we can't afford that we could see ourselves living in, but this takes the guessing away. And we are actually going a step further, doing a full pre-approval so that we know for a fact that the buyer is good. We're taking that pre-approval, we're actually leveraging it into an assurance of up to $10,000 that we will perform. So imagine now someone like Tim has a buyer, has a multiple offer home for sale, and Tim could send in the purchase contract, the pre-approval letter, and a certificate of up to $10,000 where a lender is basically saying, we're so confident that we're going to perform that if we don't, we're going to give $10,000 to the buyer. And then a step further, Tim, being a good negotiator, would actually take that buyer and say, how about if we assign the entire $10,000 through escrow to the seller if we don't perform. So now, not only does the buyer look strong, the lender looks confident, and the buyer also is showing that they're easy to work with.
So you have to put your money where your mouth is. And
Imagine that.
Quite a bit of it.
What a
so
concept.
Obviously that's got to instill confidence in you and helping people buy real estate. I'm more interested in you on the listing side. So when you see an offer like that come through, does that make a difference to you?
For sure, yeah. I mean, there's certainly other terms and conditions that show strength, but to have, if it's a financed offer, that's usually where you're going to run into your issue. So this is a huge benefit for a buyer that's aligned with us, with Jason. So,
you know, I have a friend who's in Las Vegas, and he's a first-time home buyer. He's married. He's, I think, 40 years old, and he's just finally getting into his first house and really excited about it. He calls me up knowing what I know about the mortgage and real estate environment, and he just moved to Vegas about a year ago. And he says, hey, you know, I know that you have some background in this stuff, and I don't have anyone I know up here. So I'm in the process of buying a house. We're in escrow. We're supposed to close next week, and I'm finding out that I have a debt versus income issue. Right? He goes, is that normal? Because now they're wanting me to pay for rapid rescores on my credit report and all this stuff. And I just go, no, it's not. It's not okay, because they should have discovered an income issue a long time ago, right? So you still see this stuff happening, unfortunately. So I think the assurance that you're giving here is, hey, look, we not only are confident you're approved, we're going to put our money where our mouth is, and if we don't, seller, you can somehow put this through escrow and make the seller benefit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What else do you need, really?
You need to get started.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do, really. We're going a step further, not just verifying the pay stubs, W-2s, and tax returns. We're actually verifying the employment. We're ordering the tax transcripts, verifying that the tax returns that we have seen are what Uncle Sam has seen as well. So we're doing all the due diligence before issuing.
My friend was in a bad spot. Yeah.
Your friend.
By the way, he finally closed. This was like 2 months ago. I had this conversation. I saw it on Facebook. He closed last week.
okay.
I'm like, well,
It
at
worked
least
out.
you closed.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be in a week, not 2 months. But
Yeah.
ScoglinRealestate.com. Tim Scoglin, great friend of the show. You can hear him on our radio show. You can see him in Pacific Magazine, Premier Magazine. He's all over San Diego. I know you're North County. I see you downtown as well, so you cover a wide range. Jason Gordon, residential mortgage banking expert, new friend in the business. Always been good having you around and getting your information as well. So great way to finish the show. Great
Thanks for having
information.
us.
Reach out to these guys.